Hey pookies, hey besties, hey lovers. How have you guys been? I've been really busy lately. Literally, school started like this week. No, last week. And so it makes sense why I haven't posted like my last season like 2 weeks ago, probably like almost 3 weeks ago. Because like I had a month break, so it was like I had no reason not to be sufficient and was like, post videos. I had to post videos, because like there's no excuse for why I wasn't posting videos. So I was actually posting videos like pretty frequently. But now school started and I'm like, and now I have a job and I'm like, and I still want to post videos because it's like low-key, like, I have fun making these videos and stuff like that. And it kind of, it's like, why not, So I gotta clock in after I just clocked in, After I just clocked out, I have to clock in. Because literally I came from work around like 2:30 something. Or like 2:40 something. And it's 5:39 for me right now. And I'm here. So please, if you show me some appreciation by hitting that subscribe button, please, I'm begging. Hitting that subscribe button and hitting the, liking and commenting. It really makes me, it makes me want to keep posting and it kind of motivates me or whatever. My eye itches, so be right back. I just love being like a little nosy or whatever. That's why I really enjoy like the confessions or whatever. It's like these were like these are what people are doing, It's like kind of like people like what the heck is going on in this world, and stuff like that. So today I'm gonna be reading like horror like most kind of like craziest like I can't speak. Okay, yeah, so it's like where I'm gonna read some horrifying stories that people kind of experience, whatever, because it's like, not gonna lie, I find it pretty interesting reading like spooky or like consuming spooky content. Honestly, I find it really interesting to watch true crimes. Lately I'm watching a show called The Worst Ex Ever, and now I'm watching like Worst Roommate Ever. And it's like I watch a lot of EW, Explore With Us, JCS. I love Bailey series, and it's like not love, but it's like I find it really interesting to watch these type of content, So it's like today I'm gonna be reading some horror stories. Because it's like I just wanna read some spooky stuff, Spooky, a little spooky, nothing too much, Okay, first horrifying story. Have you ever been on a date that as the night wore on, got creepy and you were afraid of the person you were out with? I was exactly on a date. I was probably about 18 at the time. I was dating my boyfriend who passed away a few years later. He was working, it was a weekend night, so he was at one of his jobs as a bouncer. I never hung out in clubs or bars. I didn't drink or use any type of drugs. There was no reason for me to stay in town, and I had a baby at home. Usually he took me home the night I decided to walk, as my house was only a mile or so away. A guy I knew for years said he would walk me home. The way he convinced me to let him walk with me, he started bringing up all the serial killers and rapists that were still out there. I think they had just caught Ted Bundy. I finally said he could. Pause. To get you to let him walk you home, he started listing off serial killers and rapists out our orders or whatever. Siri. Our orders that were still out and about to kind of scare you to let him walk with you. Red flags, literally red flags. Please, I'd be so scared. Like, why do you know all these people's names? Another is like kind of unnecessary info. It's like a double standard. Literally, I can watch true crime. Why are you watching true crime? Why are you obsessed with it? Are you trying to be one of these people? Like, what is going on? I digress. But I think they had just caught Ted Bundy. I finally said he could. We set off from my house. To get there, we had to go through a field. Then there was a trail through the woods. It wasn't a long trail, and it came out almost in my backyard. We were on the last part of the trail when he knocked me down. He immediately jumped on top of me. Now you must understand that he knew my boyfriend, and nobody was allowed to hurt me in any way. Everyone knew my boyfriend because he could fight so well. That's why all the bars and clubs in the area wanted him as a bouncer. Okay, he jumped on top of me. Thankfully, I was wearing jeans. For a second, he scared me. He put his hand over my mouth and said I better not scream. I indicated that I wouldn't. When he released my mouth, I calmly said, "You know you will have to kill me if you do this." I was getting a little more scared at this point. He had my one arm behind my back and was holding the other over my head. I kept talking to him. I said my boyfriend was going to find out, and I told him to think about what he would do to him. He started laughing and said, "You know, I was just playing around. I would never R-word you." He held me up and left, not before saying I was going to tell Larry. Not before asking if I was going to tell Larry. I told him if he ever touched me again, I'll tell him. I have to admit I was frightened for a few minutes, but once I said he would have to kill me, everything changed. Had he killed me, people saw him walking with me, so Larry would have found out. It just taught me a lesson. No matter how long you've known someone, you really don't know them at all. Thanks for reading this. God bless you and protect you from anything harmful anyway. Always. What the was that? That is so scary. Because I dead ass think that if she didn't say it, like, oh, because she's like, oh, if he did do whatever he's gonna do, he would have to kill her, you know? It's like he knew the consequences and stuff like that. It's like I feel like he really did want to do it. Because what is going on? He's weird from the beginning. It's like, why are you bringing up serial killers and R word is to kind of scare her and like make her like, you know, let you walk her home. Why are you doing that for? What the heck? That is so weird. And this man literally pounced on her. And girl, she better than me. I would have said something because oh my God, what is going on here? Jump scare, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. What the heck? And imagine like walking through like in the woods, a trail in, oh my God. Girl, I'm scared for you. Like, what the heck was that? Literally, stuff like that is so suspicious. And you've been friends with him for a while. That is so scary. Literally, it really proves the point that you never know someone. You know, they could easily, you could know them for years. It's like they show you a person. You know, like a fake version of them, the version of them they want to portray, you know? It's like you never really know someone deep down. Oh, hell no. Okay? When I was a senior in college, 1995, I'm sorry. Late one night, I was in my downstairs apartment watching some TV, and I look up at my window, and there's a lady creeping around outside my patio. Looking through my window, spying around, scoping out my place, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? I asked. Immediately, she started crying. She started asking me all these questions about my upstairs neighbor, asking if I knew anything about her, or if I had seen a man go upstairs recently, or if I had seen a man coming in and out of the apartments upstairs recently, etc., etc. Apparently, this man was supposed to be her husband, and she suspected that he was having an affair with my upstairs neighbor. She was crying and upset, and I really felt bad for her. I felt really bad for her, so I invited her in my apartment so she would stop crying and compose herself. She was showing me pictures in her wallet of her and her husband and just bawling her eyes out. And I don't know what came over me. Like a good Samaritan, I offered her a beer to calm her down. I was just trying to be nice, and I wanted her to stop crying and calm down. Next thing I know, she's calmed down and it's all good. She finishes her beer and she's ready to go. She thanks me and heads out the door. I tell her good luck with her husband and hope everything works out for her and her marriage, and she walks in and I close the door. I come back into my living room, sit down, and I look over at my coffee table and at the location where I could have sworn I left my apartment keys, and they were fucking gone. I'm thinking, no fucking way. I run out of the effing apartment after her. She was already around the corner, and I catch up to her, and I tell her, "Give me my keys." She takes out my keys from her pocket and says, "Oh, are these yours? I thought they were mine. Sorry about that." Why is she lying? I feel like she's lying about why she's there, literally. If it's like an upstairs neighbor, if she was, this person's better than me. Because it's like, Because it was really, she was worried about the upstairs neighbors. Why are you looking through my windows? Why are you looking through the downstairs windows? And it's clearly not the upstairs. What is going on? Literally. And it's the fact that afterwards, I feel like she just came up with a lie, honestly, straight away. And it's like, bruh. And it's like she tried to take the kids and talking about, I didn't realize they're not my. You could if. I feel like, bro, like she's just lying, literally. How can you not tell keys apart from each other, literally? So you just randomly had your keys out on someone's table or whatever, and you just randomly took someone's keys. Right. So that's very suspicious, and that's very spooky, honestly. That's so scary. Imagine seeing that someone just staring through your windows. Oh my god, that's scaring me right now. That is scaring me right now. I'm spooked out, honestly. Oh, the first two starting off, oh my god. Oh, starting off strong. Oh, this is spooky. Oh my god. Although I have never experienced any horror incidents, but when I was in the 9th or 10th class one day, I have experienced a horrifying or hallucination kind of something that made me think about ghosts, etc. But I think it was just my hallucination, because at the time I loved to watch horror movies, stories, etc. The day I was sitting with my mom and brother and we were just chit-chatting with each other, but suddenly my brother said, "Mommy." I'm not even gonna butcher that language. "Mom, I want a small light bulb in my room because I see a shadow figure of a boy in my room standing near the door." And he also explained us the features of that figure. Jimmy. Mommy's gonna do something. Mommy's gonna. Mommy's scared too. Like, what do you do? Like, what the heck? What do you do? What do you do in that situation? Literally, imagine my kid comes up and tell me something like that, bro. I'll look at the kid too. I'm scared too. What am I supposed to do? The kid can look at me like, "Mommy, you're an adult." I'm like, I'm an adult, but I'm a hell no. I'm yapping. I'm gonna stop. Okay. When my brother said this, I was in shock because I was also seeing a shadow figure of a boy with same features in my room near the door. But I was ignoring it, thinking it was my hallucination, and didn't tell my parents about this before. When my brother told us about these things, I just got so scared, thinking how it could be possible. But after that, I always kept the small light bulb on in my room. As the time passed, everything went normal, so I didn't use the light bulb again. But when I was 16 one day, I was home alone, and I felt that there was someone in the house. But after a few minutes, I didn't feel anything. Until evening, my parents came back. So when I was going to open the door, there was a curtain covering the way to the door. So as I slide the curtain, then again I saw that black figure, and I was going to scream, but I calmed down myself and went to open the door. When I turned back, I didn't see it there. After that incident, I never experienced anything like that. I don't mess with stuff like that. Like, I don't mess with some stuff like that. That's like a different type of scary. Like, what is going on? There's killers, murderers type of scary, art worders type of scary, and there's paranormal. These are two different scaries, and they're both pretty bad. Like, what is going on? That is so scary. Like, what the heck? Your younger brother saw it, and it's like you realize that you were seeing it too. It's clearly something. It's not just a hallucination. It's not just nothing. Literally, that's so. Oh hell no. Okay. Next not confession. I'm used to bro. Next horror story. During my college days, I was studying in a college hostel. One day after having my dinner, I went to my room to study. I had my internal exam the next day. Our room was a 6-sharing, very spacious room with 2 bathrooms. That day, myself and 2 friends were only there in the room. Others 3 cots were empty. My roommates slept by 10 p.m., but I was studying until 1 a.m. Then I went to sleep but could not sleep properly. Something disturbed me, and I got up around 2:30 a.m. I was disturbed by the sound of the fan was like kadak. Due to the low voltage, there was complete silence. But suddenly, I watched a strange man sitting in the vacant cot of my room. I did not know who it was, and suddenly I realized what was a man doing in the ladies' hostel? That too in my room. I was in extreme shock and sweating profusely. I was totally frightened. I found the stranger slowly getting up with a knife in his hand and was about to stab my friend who was sleeping in the other corner of the room. I'm really about to tear up. Like, what the fuck is going on? That is, oh my god. I was, okay, who's sleeping in the other corner of the room. I began to speak slowly to my friend who's sleeping next to me. I wanted to wake her, but my attempts failed to wake her up. At one point of time, I jumped from my bed shouting, "Thief, thief," and woke my neighbor up. She got up frightened and asked what had happened. I told her there's a thief in the other side of the room with a knife. She was also scared, and we switched on the lights. We found that the other girl was sleeping, and my friend had asked me where was he. I told her that he must be hiding in the restrooms or under the cot, so we three searched him, but we could not find him. I don't know what happened to him. Moreover, the door was still locked from inside. Next day morning, my roommates had told about the incident to all of my batchmates, and they made fun of me. But till today, I couldn't reason out and what could have happened. I'd be so terrified. Like, what is that? Like, what? How do we explain that? Like, what is going on? Oh my god, that is so scary. Because like, why? I don't care, bro. I don't care. Because it's like you saw something, you know? Probably, I don't know. And that's so scary either way. If it's like a hallucination or it's just like a dream, like a sleep paralysis, that's still pretty scary. Like, I don't wake up like, what the fuck? That, you know, like what was that? I don't want to know what was that too. You know, that is so scary. Walking like you see a figure walking over to your roommate with a knife, and you're trying to wake up your other roommate that's next to you, your cop, whatever, like the type of like living arrangement is. That's so scary still. Like, what is going on? One more, because it's a little too much for me. Literally, like, what the heck are y'all going through? What is going on? You know? Okay, when I was 6 years old, I used to go to this basketball court with my dad and my brother. It was fun. Every Sundays we'd barbecue. We could talk. We could never eat the burgers because they would always pour beer in them. What is that? I've never heard of that. On this day, I had to use the bathroom extremely bad, and there was no portable potties or any bathroom near. So I had no choice but to go to near the forest and use it there. Happens to the best of us. I went in there. It was creepy only because of the trees blocking the sunlight. I walked off the court with my dad knowing, and my brother was playing with other children. I walked on the most disgusting and disturbing thing I've ever seen. It was a dead body, decomposing and all. I was disgusted. The smell was puncturing my lungs, and I felt lightheaded. From what I can remember, what the poor person looked like, and I believe there was a woman, because I seen a bright red wig and some type of bra on her, but her face wasn't even recognizable. It was literally bones, and maggots were eating at her. Her skin was pale, she was big and bloated, and she smelled terrible. I forgot about using the bathroom, and I never ran that fast before. I was at that court in like 2 seconds. I remember going up to my dad, and he knew something was wrong and asking what was going on. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even get a word out of my mouth because her face and her body kept popping up in my mind every single time I tried to say something. And that smell, I could still smell it, even though it was far from the body. I realized I peed myself, and we ended up going home early. My dad wasn't mad, but worried because I wouldn't talk. When we got home, he gave me some candy, but I never ate it. Instead, I gave it to my brother. I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to eat. I kept having nightmares about it, and this is why, to this day, I have a fear of dead bodies. Knowing I'm going to be a dead body one day is honestly scary, and I was scared of death for a long time after that. I kept asking my mom, where did we go? But she never answered because she was dealing with my grandma's death. That is honestly terrifying. I hope to God I had never witnessed like a dead body like that, you know? Because like funerals are one thing, but it's like seeing a decomposing, murdered dead body on the floor. I hope to God I never see one. And it's the fact that I think I could be a mortician, or something like that. Like, oh, like in law, where it's like, or like even like a forensic, it's like I would be seeing dead bodies, and it's the fact that I thought I could stomach something like that. Because really, there was one time I was on Reddit or something, I think it was Reddit, but it's like I saw a dead body online. I had nightmares, literally. I could, no, not nightmares, but it's like I literally couldn't sleep for like a week. Literally, because every time I closed my eyes, I would see it in my eyes. I was honestly traumatized, literally. So it's like, I'm not saying what me and this person are like, where I understand, you know, I understand a little bit, but it's like, I'm not trying to say where our situations are the same. But it's like I could have a semblance of understanding like where they're coming from, because that's honestly traumatizing, literally. That it's like you're just seeing the physical you know, like remnants of what used to be a person, you know, like someone who's happy, who experienced all these emotions, had plans for their lives, and you're just seeing them, but it's not really them, but it's just what used to be them, you know. That's so sad. That is so sad. And it's like, my question is like, did this person tell his parents or something, you know? So it's like, did the police find the, you know, it's like, I want to know more about this. Like, you know, what happened afterwards, because it seems like he didn't tell his parents or whatever. Yeah, it seemed like he didn't tell his parents, so I hope he did, you know, because it's like the dead body is like, so they can find out who that body, whose body is it, and like catch the person who probably killed that person. That's crazy. And just ditch them in the woods or something. Crazy. Oh, that would be so terrifying. Oh my god. That's why I don't like woods. I don't like nothing like that. Like, keep me away from it. Like, I watch too much true crime, and it's like I have a weak heart. I don't like scary stuff, but it's like I like horror movies. It's like I like everything I shouldn't like. You know, it's like I'm so scared of stuff like that, but it's like I can't help myself. Which is why I'm making this video, I guess, you know? Even though I got spooked out by like the first one, first 1.5, like, why am I still here? But it's like, I'm here. At the end, I'm here. I'm here. I can't watch stuff too late, or I'll be thinking about it. Like, bruh, I still set myself up for failure. It's just like, it kind of stays in my mind. I'm thinking about it, and so, oh my god, I just can't. But tell me if you guys liked the video, or really, or like, you know, enjoyed it or whatever, because I had fun making this video. You know, I got all spooked out, like scared, but like, it was still very, not fun, but it's like, it was a nice, it was like a nice read, I guess, you know, and I kind of had fun. So if you guys, not fun, but like, you know, it was entertaining. Yeah, entertaining. Yeah. So if you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up, you know, leave a like, and subscribe, please. Begging. Please, 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 please. And yeah, and hopefully you guys will see me, hopefully this week, I'm really hoping, you know, I'm being probably, yeah, hopefully this week again, or most likely next week. Toodles. Bye, Pookies. Bye. And what should I call you guys? Tell me, leave me in the comments, please. And yeah, tell me something you liked about this video, and yeah, bye. Bye. I'll let you go. Yeah, I'll let you go. Because you're so busy and you don't care about me. And yeah. Yeah. Why are you still here? Okay. I gotta leave first. Okay. I'll leave first, I guess.